of your men's classic physique, open overall, and new IFBB Pro number 79,
Start out the morning, 5:30 a.m. Got to get up, get my workout in. So of course we got to start the day with a little pre-workout, brew the coffee, get that filtered water in there, get some water in your system. Today was training chest, then some dumbbells, some barbell, and this morning, actually my boy got up really early, like 6 in the morning. Rich was up at 6 in the morning. You believe that? He's actually a morning kid. He likes mornings. Exciting day today. We got to move gear out to the job site so we can get it started here at the end of March. We got some rock work, some stream work we got to do in it. So set up signs. You know, people think we go out there all willy-nilly, just put shit up wherever, but that's not the case. Like, you have to have an approved TCP, traffic control plan. You have to have people that are certified to execute the plan. That's me. So that's where you got to put your signage, you know, shoulder closed, road work ahead, flagger ahead, any kind of sign, any kind of candle, any kind of lane drop where they close the lane. All that stuff's got to be approved. It has to be measured. Lengths have to be measured. Like, it all has to be legit. We got, I think, 6 pieces of gear to move today. 329, that means that's a 29 ton or 30 ton class hoe, as they would say in the business. Track hoe. You know, don't let your mind wander this morning. So we got to move that. We got reclaimer, mill, loader. I don't remember what the other 2 items are, but I got a list. So that's what lists are for. That's why we write things down. Can't just rely on the old memory. We're gonna have that dropped out throughout the day. I got to get some duck ponds. Duck ponds go underneath the engines, and hydraulic pumps. That way, in case you have a leak, it catches any of the fluid. So they're usually required. They're part of your SWIP program, stormwater protection plan. That's all boring, but necessary evils, I suppose. We're gonna get that all handled up. You know, maybe today, like I said before, that I didn't do, we'll get some tools today. We got to get some what they call small tools range. You got to get some cordless tools, some water pumps. Well, it's raining out here today. That's crazy. Like 6 miles from my house, just turned to rain. It was like clear skies. You could see the stars this morning. Alaska's wild. These mountain ranges, you just never know where anything's going. I got like a loose something or other. This thing keeps turning. I don't know. Kids going to school today. No, it should be a pretty good day. We'll get some footage, set up the signs, measure everything out. Got to make some personal calls. Got to send some emails. I mean, you know, typical workday stuff. But usually the workday, like I said, starts 5:30 in the morning. I actually might have to bump it up to 4:30 right now because we can't get a quality workout in and then still get out of the house as fast as I want to get to the job when I have to do something. I'm supposed to go to Seward on Thursday, Friday. Got to go look at a lowboy trailer. So it's always nice to have a free little road trip, you know. Check that out so we can move our gear around. 110,000 pound lowboy. Removable neck. Approved for paving gear. That's important. We have pavers. Pavers are real low to the ground. So we have to have ramps for the paving machines. We just got to get back into the swing of work. You know, winter time, the lull of winter, and then you got the, they always say, like, when you're in the biz, they're like, all right, we got the spring push. After this, smooth sailing. And then we got the mid-season push. We got lots of work ahead of us, guys. After this, it's gonna be we're just gonna be in cruise. All right, guys, we got the fall into the season push. We really got a push. It's always a push. There's never an end to it, but it's pretty fun. It's fun being in construction in Alaska because we do. I mean, people like to think that we're just out there being willy-nilly, but the fact of the matter is, as you'll see, we're very strategic. I mean, we're getting a year's worth of work done in 5 months. What takes the lower 48 a year, like how your freeways are just completely jacked up, and you're like, what is going on? I mean, I drive through cities a year later, and it looks exactly the same. When I'm in construction, I don't even know what the hell they're doing. In Alaska, though, I mean, we have 5-6 months, if you're lucky, window to complete what most jobs will do in a year or 2 years. I mean, literally, we had a $34 million airport runway realignment job that we got done in a total of 10 months. Between 2 seasons, obviously. But who knows what it took. I mean, they work 8 hours a day. We work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. except for well, on the bush you work holidays, but on these jobs we don't work holidays on these road system jobs. You can't do it anyway. It's against we have restrictions. When you have a spec book, it's like this thick. It's not. I don't have a spec book in here, and that thing tells you everything. It's the road Bible. It tells you everything you can and cannot do. It is listed out by what, you know, Army has them, Army Corps has them, DOT has them, state has them. I mean, even if you do a Walmart has a spec book, and they usually have an inspector that comes out to the job. That's for quality control to make sure that you are doing it appropriate. I mean, to the point where when you pave, you have to have an ambient air temperature of like 45 or 46 degrees, depending upon your region. So it's not the old school ways. You just take a bulldozer and a steamroller. That's powered by diesel now, by the way, nowadays, out there, and just do whatever you want. Let's get these signs set up so we can get this lowboy driver in here and start dropping some of this gear off, huh? I think we'll set this one up a little bit better for ourselves. All right, we got our last sign set up. Now we got to get a hold of the lowboy driver and see where he's at. He had to pick some gear up at the yard, take it to another job, grab the gear that's at that job and bring it out here. It's always a little bit of a roundabout. Another long day in the books. They were shooting to get like 3 or 4 pieces of gear moved today, but they only got 2. I mean, technically they got 3 because they picked some up at the yard, took it to base. Then they picked up 2 pieces from base, but we had a little bit of delay when the first load that came in from the wrong direction. You'd think if you're bringing something that's that big in, you would drive by that spot first so you would know what direction, where to go as the trucking sub, but that's all right. He did a good job. That dude did a fantastic job backing up though, other than, you know, we weren't really supposed to stop traffic, but it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta do shit to get shit done. That's a statement, isn't it? But the mill, it's an older mill. That thing's kind of like farm equipment. That sucker, it would go back. We got it unloaded off the trailer. There's like a pause in that time lapse, and that's because the dang thing wouldn't go forward because I forgot that you have to hit that one in neutral before it'll shift forward from reverse. So you just, as a toggle, you just tap it. Not a toggle, a joystick. You just tap it. As it turns, turning, forward, you just bump, and it goes faster and faster, and then back, bump the other way. Then I had to go I got a problem with this mount right here. I had to go pick up my other sign, or my signs. I had to go pick up my signs. And in the process of that, I went back. I was going up the hill because I needed to get a couple shots of the equipment while it was lined up for my daily reporting. And there were some kids up there, and one truck hauled ass the other way, and then the other one followed them. So it's like a little hangout spot. It's got a lookout over the mountains. It's beautiful little spot up there, actually. And while I was getting the shots with the drone for my daily report, one of the kids came back and was like, "Hey, are we not supposed to be here?" And I'm like, "No, you can be here all you want. Just don't fuck with the gear." He's like, "I don't care what you do. Just don't spin donuts into my gear." Keyword, the gear. Don't mess with the gear. But it's kind of cool to see them kids out there. They're still doing Brodies. You know, you just never know if that's going to go out of style, man. F-150 shitbox, no exhaust, just fucking ripping, son. Ripping. Let that thing eat. It was a good time. Hope you guys enjoyed it.